morning, El Paso.
It's a debate that has critical urgency.
Congressman Beto O'Rourke, along with other Democrats, still on Capitol Hill this morning, protesting the failure of lawmakers to pass gun control legislation. And it's a historic day here in Britain, actually. Voters are going to the polls today to decide whether their country will stay in the European Union or leave. We'll tell you why this affects all of us. Plus, evacuations continue this morning in California as some of the western wildfires are raging.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Well, good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. Thanks for waking up with us so early this morning. I'm Hillary Floren. I assure you we are already awake because, Nicole, your forecast woke me up as soon as I walked in the door.
Yes, Hillary, we're under that ABC7 first alert. We're talking hot temperatures this afternoon, especially for El Paso County. A heat advisory is in effect, but we'll get to that in just a few minutes. The main issue for today on our ABC7 threat tracker will be the hot temperatures. The wind should not be an issue, and we are tracking some slight chances for showers in the forecast. But our ABC7 weather net site showing temperatures already in the 80s at Park Elementary School, Laredo Academy. So if you live in this area, that gives you an idea of just what it feels like outside. 72 right now, Las Cruces. At the airport, El Paso, we're at 84. 76 in Deming, and currently in Ruidoso, 59 degrees. Just keep in mind those temperatures will heat up this afternoon. That first alert is in effect for the temperatures that we are forecasting for this afternoon. We'll talk about that heat advisory coming up. We'll also take a look at Doppler radar, track some of the activity. That's coming up, Hillary.
All right, thanks, Nicole. And now to our top story today, fervor over gun control on Capitol Hill. Democrats are demanding action in the wake of the massacre in Orlando. When the chamber reconvened, the sit-in became a shout-in as lawmakers made their voices heard. Developing right now, no signs of giving up either. Democratic lawmakers still on Capitol Hill at this hour. A marathon protest trying to force a vote on 3 gun control bills. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live right now. Denise, what can you tell us?
Good morning, Hillary. This all comes after the Orlando mass shooting, and El Paso Congressman Beto O'Rourke is among the Democrats staging the sit-in over gun control that is still happening right now. And there are 3 measures that they want to bring up for discussion and vote. But so far, they haven't had any success getting the House to consider their proposals. And they say they'll continue making their case for gun legislation. Many supporters sitting outside on Capitol Hill. Representative O'Rourke took the podium late last night on the same day that his daughter turned 8 years old. He said you can defend the Second Amendment and still make sensible laws to protect lives and public safety.
The people that I represent in El Paso, Texas, understand that. The people in America get that. But just in case I'm wrong, I've got Republicans in the chamber tonight. I have Democrats in the chamber tonight. And I have some amazing Americans who are joining us in the gallery. So let me ask you, should the Centers of Disease Control be able to study gun violence so that members of Congress can make informed decisions on gun safety?
And that's just one of the bills that Democrats want to vote in. Also, a bill that would ban gun purchases to people on the no-fly list, and one that closes the background check loophole. House Speaker Paul Ryan is dismissing this protest and calling this nothing more than a publicity stunt. C-SPAN stopped streaming the sit-in, saying that it does not have control over the House TV cameras, and at one point it even took the live feed from O'Rourke's Facebook feed. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Denise. We'll continue to follow this all morning long. In other news, the New York Daily News is taking direct aim at House Speaker Paul Ryan on gun control. Thursday's front page features a picture of Ryan next to a smaller photo of NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre. Now, giant block lettering reads, quote, NRA's little lapdog, presumably referring to Ryan. A dialogue bubble over LaPierre's picture reads, "Heel, Paul, heel, good boy." The caption explicitly accuses Ryan of doing the gun lobbying bidding by not allowing a vote on gun control legislation. The front page slam comes after House Democrats calling for action on gun control staged that sit-in Wednesday, followed by raucous proceedings into Thursday. We'll continue to follow it, as I mentioned. Meanwhile, in an early morning vote, House Republicans pushed through a partisan bill to deal with the Zika outbreak. The $1.1 billion measure has no chance of succeeding with Senate Democrats and the Obama administration. The measure was unveiled last night, though, and approved by a 239 to 171 vote. Now the House passed compromise features advances to the Senate where Democrats promise to filibuster it to death. Happening today, Britain will vote on whether to stay or leave the European Union. Both camps spent the last day of campaigning in a last-minute effort to convince the electorate of their side. The latest polls are indicating the referendum vote on staying or leaving the European Union is still too close to call. Hundreds of people are still out of their homes this morning as the battle continues against the wildfire in the San Gabriel Mountains. ABC's Amy Powell has more on this story that's developing now.
In the air and on the ground, firefighters doing everything they can to protect structures threatened by the wildfire. Flames leap from dry brush burning near dozens of hillside homes in Duarte. Hundreds of evacuated residents have been told it's not safe for them to return home.
I trust the fire department a lot, and if we're in their way, then that's understandable. So get out of their way, let them do their job, and hope for the best, pray for the best.
Officials met with residents tonight to update them on the fire that has burned nearly 5,000 acres. Firefighters have been battling the San Gabriel complex fire with an aggressive air attack. But officials say the extremely steep terrain poses a risk to ground crews.
Trying to determine locations to place firefighters where they can safely engage in the fire and there's no chance of fire getting below them is the biggest challenge.
Mandatory evacuation orders were lifted for 500 homes earlier today.
Everyone says it's not going to come back. Looks like it's safe. You should be out of danger, but you just never know.
Displaced residents say they understand the danger and they're trying to be patient.
I'm hoping that it may be tomorrow or the next day, but it's, 3 days out of your home in this weather. It's a little rough sometimes.
And that was Amy Powell reporting there. And now at 6:07, let's check in with Nicole Gomez. She's got a look at our forecast right now, and we're talking more heat coming our way.
We are, Hillary. That's why we're under that ABC 7 first alert. This entire orange area that you see, El Paso County, we have a heat advisory in effect until 6 o'clock. So El Paso, Horizon City, San Eli, Socorro, El Paso County expect extreme temperatures this afternoon. As far as the clouds and radar picture, we do have a few clouds tracking into the region. No rain here in El Paso and Las Cruces. Most of the showers are tracking towards the Arizona border. We're already in the 80s right now. El Paso at 84. West to southwest winds are calm this morning. A little cooler in Las Cruces at 72. Mostly clear skies, and northwest winds are at 6 miles per hour. We are tracking some activity on radar this afternoon, so we'll talk about those rain chances. We're also tracking the heat, just how hot it will go, how high those temperatures will go this afternoon. It's coming up in your full forecast. In the meantime, let's check on your traffic track with Mauricio Casillas. Good morning.
Thanks, Nicole, and good morning. Your commute's looking pretty comfortable if you're heading out in East El Paso right now, heading over west, I should say. 14 minutes from Loop 375 to downtown heading west on I-10, not too bad. 12 minutes from Yarborough to downtown, things looking good over there. And Trans Mountain heading over to the west side, 11 minutes, so no major delays right now. One area where we are starting to see traffic build up just a bit is right here near Loop 375 and Montana, in both directions on Montana. If we take a look at our current speed heading east right now in that orange section of the map, we're looking at 20 miles per hour, typically in that area around 50 miles per hour, so things looking a little slow. A little bit further south on the east side, we're still seeing some delays here on Loop 375 heading south near Montwood, major delays right there, and then also heading east on Montwood. So give yourselves a little bit of time if you are heading out the door right now, heading east in East El Paso. I'll leave you with a look now with our ABC 7 TechStop cameras at I-10 at Asarco, where traffic is looking good over there. And coming up in 10 minutes, I've got a look at Las Cruces for you.
We're looking forward to that. All right, thanks, Mauricio. And still to come here on Good Morning El Paso today, the wait's over. A city pool is set to reopen after long delays with repairs and a lot of complaints from swimmers. And later, the community is showing how they support a construction project. We'll tell you how you can get more information about it. That's happening a little later today. We'll give you a preview. In the meantime, this is ABC 7, where news comes first.